What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm right here with my good friend Jerry, better known as BeastFab, and today we're going to be installing a brand new winch onto my Tacoma. We're going to be showing you guys just how to do it, and then towards the end, we're going to explain to you guys why I'm actually switching my old winch for this new one. If you guys are interested, make sure to stay tuned. Let's get into it. All right, you guys, so before we get into the installation, I'm going to show you guys just what comes inside the box. So as you guys can see, what I have right here is going to be the Ironman 12,000-pound winch. And the cool thing about this is that it's actually wireless. So we'll show you guys a little bit more on that once we get it installed. It's going to come, of course, with the controller box, as you can see there. It's going to come with its wireless remote. And then the cool thing with this is you can also connect it just in case it dies. We'll explain more on that later. It's going to come with the lead there, and it's also going to come with this here, but it's awesome that they include it because in other winches you have to buy that separately from different companies. And of course it's going to come with some hardware and all the wiring. So let's get to it. All right, you guys, so right now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be uninstalling the grill, and we're going to be actually leaving the bumper on there. We're going to try to see if we can take out the winch that way so we don't have to remove the whole bumper. I don't know about you guys, but if you guys have a front bumper like this, it's pretty heavy, so it'll just make our life easier if we work around it. I'm still going to try to show you guys as best as possible. Just in case we run into some issues, we'll go ahead and bring it down and show you guys a little bit better. All right, you guys, so to remove that crossbar, you're going to notice there's going to be two nuts here, one nut there, one on that side, and two more there. It's going to be a size 10 to remove it. So now that that's removed, we're just going to go ahead and zip tie that out of the way, and we're going to start working on that. Now that we removed that crossbar, as you can see, we just zip tied it up there. Coming down here, up next, I'm going to be saving this bad boy, but regardless, you'd have to remove it if you have a winch already installed. But this thing here from Factor 55, we're going to be taking it off and installing it onto the new one. The new one does come with a hook like this, but me personally, I do not like this style. I feel like it's a little dangerous and just feels a little cheap, if I'm being honest. So we're going to be not installing that, and we're going to be installing the Factor 55. Now that that plate is removed, we could go ahead and now remove the winch because the screws, the bolts are at the bottom right there, as you can see. So of course, this step is only if you guys already have a winch, if you guys have a CBI bumper. If you guys don't worry about it. Go ahead and skip to the actual install. All right, you guys, so now that the bolts are removed for the winch, up next, we're gonna need to remove the wiring. Keep in mind, this is only if you already have a winch. If you guys do, make sure you disconnect it from the battery. So that way you can just go ahead and run the wires back out, pull the whole winch out, and then we can install the brand new one, which will show you guys step by step. Okay, so now that we're removed the old winch, as you guys can see there, we're going to go ahead and now focus on the brand new one, which is right here. We're going to wire it up before we actually reinstall it in the truck. It'll just make our life a lot easier, and I'll be able to show you guys better as well. So let's go ahead and now get to that part. So now that we're going to connect the winch, it's going to be super simple on this part. So this one's actually going to come with a breather, which you're going to see here. One side is going to have this white tip, which is just the covering, and then this other end is just going to be like a tube. So the tube side, you're going to want to connect it into here of the winch. And then the cool thing about this is they actually colored it. So you're going to see right here, there's red, black, yellow. If you go to the controller box, let me show you guys. They're actually going to be color coordinated. So you're going to have your black, your yellow, and your red, which is right here. And you're just going to go ahead and color match them to its position. As far as for this one, that one's going to go connected directly to the battery. And then you're also going to notice on the controller box, there's a skinny one coming out of it, which this skinny one is actually going to be connected right at the bottom there. And then as far as for this one, this is going to be for the ground, which I'll show you guys right now, but that's also going to go the bottom. All right, and just in case you guys are curious on the nuts, they are going to be a size 13mm socket to go ahead and remove them. So right now, Jerry is actually running the ground wire. We're just making sure it's going to reach all the way to the battery, but that's actually going to be connected as well at the bottom right here with the skinny wire. So make sure you do that, of course, before you install it. We're just pre-fitting some stuff, making sure everything's going to work out on the truck. So all you should really have left after connecting that is, of course, connecting that black one to the negative of the battery and this one to the positive. And once again, like I said, we also have to connect the breather, which I have right here. And that just simply pops right in. And the other side of it, which would be here, you want to go ahead and make sure to put it somewhere up top, so that way if you ever do hit like a small water crossing or something like that, you don't want water coming into this. All right, so now that we fully connected everything, as you can see, we now connected the diff breather, and we have that ran up for now. We still have to find a place for it, but like I said, you want to make sure to put it up high. We've now connected the negative wire that goes to the negative of the battery to the bottom right here with that skinny wire. And then of course, everything color coordinated. One thing I also wanted to tell you guys, one plus on this thing, is the controller box is not mounted onto the winch like my old winch was. So that gives us the freedom of being able to install the controller box anywhere we want. All right, you guys, so now that we have kind of the winch in place, as you can see the controller box, like I was telling you guys earlier, you can locate that where you want. Just be careful on the wiring, of course. You don't want to strain it. So where we're going to be placing it is going to be right here. If you guys do remember, on my old winch, it was in this place here, which it was really hard to get to. So having it here is going to make life easier, since I only have to stick my hand in up to there. And of course, it's wireless, so I can leave the little plug in and we're good to go. So heck yeah. So right now we're going to go ahead and get the hardware for that, which is going to come inside the bag with all this hardware. You just have to find it. It's going to be the ones that have 4 little screws like this, 4 little washers, and little nuts like this. So keep that in mind. It's going to be like the smallest hardware inside the bag. I guess so now that we mounted the box, let me show you guys. So we've placed it here, but once again, if you want to go ahead and move it around where you want it, go ahead. But we put it here. It does come with a mount already from Ironman. Keep that in mind. So that's all done. It's secured. This thing is not going anywhere. So up next, we're going to now go ahead and run this and connect a couple more stuff, and then we should be good to go. All right, you guys, so on the bottom of the winch, it's going to be a little bit hard to see for you guys, but let's see. So on the bottom of the winch, you're going to want to go ahead and place those square nuts that come provided in that hardware bag. On each side of the winch, you're going to have openings where they'll go installed, just like that. So it's going to be one up there, one there, there, and up top. So once you have all those square nuts on each corner, you can go ahead and bring back the winch back down to its position on the plate, and then you could install the screws from the bottom. All right, so as you can see, it's now in its position. All right, you guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and install the provided hardware that goes for the bottom of here, which is gonna be a bolt, a washer, and lock washer. One thing to keep in mind, in our hardware bag, they were a little bit too long for us to use. So good thing Jerry does have some extra bolts and washers and lock washers. So we're gonna use the hardware he has for this part. So keep that in mind. Go ahead and try it out before you do the full install. All right, you guys, so now that we installed the winch box here, we used the same mount that came with the Ironman. All we did was kind of make it a little bit more custom for us, so that way we can mount the box here. Once again, on the old winch, that box was actually located up top here, and I couldn't remove it. So it was really hard for me to go inside the truck and try to connect the winch cord and all that. Now, having it here, it locates it a little bit higher. As far as for you guys, if you guys want to mount it even higher, that's totally up to you guys. This is just where I wanted it, just so it's hidden out of the way and still usable. Of course, this is a wireless winch, so I'm not too worried of where I have it now. It's going to be a lot better. It's going to be way better, I should say. And then now what we've done here is we've routed the negative and the positive wire. As you guys can see here, it's zip tied out of the way, nice and clean. It's going up here. And those lines, the red one is of course going to go to the positive of the battery here. And then the black one will go to the negative, which will connect at the end once we're all done and everything's back together. So once we reinstall everything, then we can also put our breather, once again, up high. And right now, all we kind of have left up front right here is going to be connecting this, which is going to go through the bumper here after we reinstall this plate. And then we'll go ahead and put the factor 55, clean all this up, and then we'll show you guys. One thing you are going to notice on the fair lead here, we are using our own bolts. So technically, you're supposed to be using the button head bolts and the nuts to match that, along with washers and lock washers. But as far as with my CBI off-road bumper, the bolts won't reach to the back to be able to tighten them down. So we had to use our own bolts. Keep that in mind. It's because of the bumper I have, not because of the hardware that's provided. So as far as for you, if you have a different style bumper, you won't need to worry about that. I just wanted to mention it just in case you guys have a similar bumper that you reach that problem that we have. So in case you guys don't know what a button head is, this is what that is. Once again, for the fair lead, you need that. You'd need a washer. There's also a lock washer and then a nut that you'd need. That's only if you're using like a different style bumper, because on the CBI one, it's not gonna work. All right, so once you get all that stuff situated, my plate is now installed. As far as my CBI one, I still have to put the other screws to make sure it's secure. But now we've ran the line here, as you can see. To make this line come out, you're gonna have to also disengage it. So just turn it to the right, it'll disengage. Once you're done, of course, you could go ahead and engage to put the wire back, but keep that in mind. So right now that we have it out, you have two choices. If you have a factor 55 like mine, you'd want to install that. It's pretty simple, but you need the correct tools, which Jerry has those. Now, as far as for you, if you want to use this hook that it comes with, which I do not recommend, this one's pretty easy. You just unscrew this little bolt that's here. You can do it by hand and it comes right out. That's why this is kind of scary, because that shouldn't be normal, but that's how they make it. You could literally unscrew it by hand, which I'm not going to do because we're not going to install this. I just wanted to let you guys know. So to be safe, we're putting that factor 55 there, and then now we're good. We're gonna finish this up. So one thing I did wanna kind of recap on, so this is my old winch that we took off. If you guys do remember, like I was talking about, the winch box is actually mounted with the winch, so I can't remove it, can't relocate it, nothing like that. That's why I made it hard to use. And it was also a wired line here. As you can see, you'd have to plug it in, and that's how this one would work. So that's that. So now as far as the new Ironman one, once again, this one is now wireless, and you can relocate the box where you want, which I was happy with it here. And this one has two choices. You can either run it wired, which the wire is there, and it'll still be a lot easier than it was before. Or if you want to, you can actually disconnect this line, which I'll show you guys right now. Now you got yourself a wireless winch. One thing to keep in mind, it's not only gonna work just like that. You have to do one quick step, which it's not hard at all, but you're gonna notice inside the package, it's gonna come with like this little cap looking thing. Make sure you do not throw this away, because this is what converts it to wireless. You'd go to the controller box here, you uncap that, and then this thing here would connect like that. So you've just converted your winch now to being wireless. So I can go ahead and stand away a lot further, be wherever I want to be in a safe location where if something does go wrong, I won't be in the way of this winch. So right now we're gonna go ahead and engage it. So if you see right here, we've now flipped it up to engage. So now it's going to work. I've turned it on by holding down this button. It powers on, you can see the little light there. And you're gonna notice it says out, in. We're gonna go in so that way the lead can go in there. As you can see, there it is. As you guys saw, we were running it on wireless. Another cool thing about this, if you guys are doing this at night, you're gonna notice right here up top, there's going to be a button. If you click that, it's actually a flashlight. So as you can see there. So say you guys are winching at night, you're gonna have a nice little flashlight so you guys can kind of look inside or kind of basically look what you're doing. So keep that in mind. You now also have a flashlight with this. And then to charge this remote, you'd plug it in to the system, and that's how this thing charges. So if you want to turn the light off, hold it down, just like that, and like that. Heck yeah. So now that we've showed you some of the features and kind of why I'm going from this thing to that thing, we're going to go ahead and once again clean all this up, reinstall this, and now we have just the breather line left over to install. So now that we kind of cleaned up everything, I want to show you guys really quick. Jerry did a good job on the wiring part. Everything looks super clean. So if we look back here, even other wiring that I already had, he actually cleaned it up as well. I had a bunch of wires kind of dangling, and he said that's not good. So he cleaned it up. Looks super, super clean, as you guys can see back here. And now whenever I am off-road, look how easy it is for me to reach the controller box to connect the wireless winch, or if I want to connect the wire to it. As far as before, I had to reach way down there, which you guys probably all know I'm pretty short, so it was super hard for me to reach it. Now with this new one, it's gonna be super easy. I'm not gonna mind pulling people out or pulling myself out with this winch. And then if you look over here, everything looks super clean now as well. I also had a bunch of wires right here, which he also cleaned up for me, and that wasn't even part of the install. So looks really clean. Now we're gonna go ahead and close this up, and then heck yeah. All right, you guys, so now that we finished up with this installation, of course, we installed a wireless winch from Ironman4x4. There's the controller. If you guys do want an installation like this, make sure to hit up Jerry. He doesn't only do installs. Remember, you guys, he does fabrication. He does a bunch of other stuff. So if you guys do want to check him out, as always, his information is in the description box of every single video. So go check him out. Go give him a follow on Instagram. Hit him up for anything you need. He does bumpers, sliders. He can do you guys a bed rack. He can do a bunch of other stuff. For example, I recently just got his front skid plate, and then we have a couple other more things that are coming to the Tacoma. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be some custom work done to the back and possibly the front. Stay tuned for that. It's gonna get a new look. So heck yeah, once again, make sure to hit him up for all your installation needs. Let him know I sent you over. We'll see you guys on the next one. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
JesseRizo is here for you. It's here for you, now. Like I said, it's super simple. Please feel free to subscribe.